Have you ever imagined the possibility of capturing the attention of any woman, no matter the circumstances? Supremo, if you're intrigued but skeptical, keep watching. This video will reveal 10 powerful secrets. Let me tell you the story of Alejandro, a guy like many of us. Despite his self-confidence, he struggled when it came to approaching and talking to a woman. He realized that his nerves and fear of rejection were holding him back. Determined to change his situation, Alejandro embarked on a journey of self-discovery. He learned that the key wasn't in memorizing clever lines but in understanding the true language of attraction. Do you want to know how Alejandro finally managed to talk to any woman and the number one thing you should never do? Don't worry, I'll share it with you in just a few moments. Trick number 1, the hello and goodbye. Do you want to know how to make a woman like you in 5 seconds? Try this simple and proven trick. Just compliment her and walk away. It may sound too easy, but here's the psychological reason why it works. By offering a sincere compliment at the beginning, you're showing the woman that you're genuinely interested, highlighting specific qualities that caught your attention. This initial gesture not only boosts her mood but also breaks the barrier of distrust that often comes with first interactions. By walking away after the compliment, you create intrigue. The space you leave gives the woman time to process the interaction positively, creating an aura of mystery around you. The element of surprise and unpredictability makes you more intriguing, sparking her curiosity and willingness to get to know you better. This trick plays on the psychology of anticipation and curiosity, building a solid foundation for future interactions. Trick number 2, make her talk. This trick may seem paradoxical, but it's one of the most effective methods for starting a conversation with a girl. All you need to do is keep your mouth shut, listen, and ask her questions about herself. Why does it work from a psychological perspective? When you get a woman to talk about herself, you're activating a powerful dynamic. This act of sharing personal experiences and thoughts creates a space for vulnerability, establishing a deeper emotional connection. By asking her questions about herself, you show genuine interest, which helps dismantle the defenses that might be preventing a more intimate connection. This trick is based on the psychology of empathy and interpersonal connection. By allowing the woman to share her world with you, you're gradually building an emotional bridge that goes beyond the surface. The ability to create this type of connection is fundamental to establishing meaningful and lasting relationships. Trick number 3, be authentic, but not weird. We all long to be liked. It's a completely natural quality in humans. However, the desire to be accepted can lead you to adopt qualities that aren't authentic to you. That's why they always advise you to be yourself. Faking it just doesn't work. Imagine the possibilities. At best, you deceive the girl with a fake personality and have to keep pretending forever. At worst, she realizes you're acting and loses interest immediately. In fact, there's no best-case scenario. Both outcomes sound terrible. Why does it work from a psychological perspective? This trick is based on the psychology of authenticity and genuine connection. By being authentic, you show your true self, which is essential for building a real and lasting connection. Authenticity is attractive because it creates a solid foundation for the other person to get to know you. By staying true to yourself while talking to a girl you like, you're laying the groundwork for finding common ground and sparking a genuine connection. Tip number 4, ask about what you hear. One of the most crucial aspects of talking to a girl is practicing active listening. If you're wondering how to make any girl fall for you, this is exactly what you need to do. Here's how. While the girl is talking to you, take mental notes of the things she mentions. You need to give her your full attention and definitely ask follow-up questions. After that, simply continue with things she previously mentioned in the conversation. It's surprisingly easy to use active listening, especially if you genuinely like the girl. And the best part, her ears will perk up like a rabbit's when she realizes you're really paying attention to what she's saying, and this will open up a rabbit hole of endless conversation. The psychology behind this is fascinating. People appreciate feeling heard and understood. By applying active listening, and not only that, but also by asking questions based on what you've paid attention to. You're showing the girl that her words are valuable, that you care about what she has to say. This gesture creates a deeper emotional connection because she perceives your genuine interest. By revisiting previous topics, you're not only demonstrating attentiveness, but you're also building a shared narrative, strengthening the connection between you. So, dive into that fascinating world of dialogue and connection by leveraging the powerful psychology of active listening. Tip number 5. Be prepared. Talking to girls can be tricky, especially with all the nerves and pressure. One common reason for this is that many people lack interesting conversation topics. Think about it. We spend most of the day filling our minds with ads, status updates, memes, and YouTube videos. While that's fine, it's not enough to sustain a deep conversation. This is where preparation comes into play. Have you ever tried to describe a meme? It never works out as well as you expect. Have meaningful conversations. It's crucial to have interesting experiences to share, whether it's reading a book, listening to a podcast, watching a documentary, or embarking on an amazing adventure. Find something you're passionate about. Use this to become the most intriguing guy girls have ever met. According to psychology, preparation and having a wide range of interests not only make you a more interesting person but also show curiosity and a commitment to personal growth. Displaying these qualities can create attraction by conveying confidence and the ability to hold meaningful conversations, which is essential for emotional connection. You'll always have something to talk about, and as you expand your interests and knowledge, you'll be able to make more connections and relate to more women. D. Talking to girls isn't that complicated. But wait, we still have 5 more tips to improve your conversation skills, along with pointing out one of the easiest ways to ruin your chances. Tip number 6. You've been here before. During the initial approach toward a girl, it's natural to feel some anxiety. However, the key is to remember that you're already an expert at this. Think about it. You approach unknown girls all the time without a second thought. Whether it's your local barista, the bank cashier, or the waiter, you interact with strangers regularly. Here's one of the psychological tricks to make flirting easier. Convince your mind that the girl you're about to approach is no different from the charming cashier at the coffee shop you interact with every day. By doing so, all the pressure will disappear, your tongue will loosen, and you'll realize you've been preparing for this moment your whole life. You know how to smile like a normal person, how to maintain eye contact, and even how to crack a joke. Just make sure to ask for her number and not a coffee. Psychological fact: this trick is based on the principle of familiarity. By convincing your mind that you've already experienced similar situations successfully, you'll reduce anxiety and increase confidence. Familiarity with casual social interaction will allow you to act naturally and enhance your flirting skills. Tip number 7. Don't be too fancy. Simplify your approach. Talking to an attractive girl can be stressful, and according to a Harvard publication, stress and anxiety can make it harder for your brain to retain information. That's why it's so easy to trip over your words when you're in front of a beautiful girl. Instead of complicating things, stick to the basics with these 3 simple steps. 1. Say hello. 2. Introduce yourself. And 3. Ask her a question. No matter how nervous you are, you can't forget how to say hello, right? And surely, you know your name, don't you? The only hurdle is the question, but don't worry, we've got that covered too. Wondering what the best questions to ask a girl you like are? If your answer is yes, then leave me a comment saying, Supremo, don't forget to make the video about the best questions to ask the girl I like. And that's it, I'll keep it in mind, and we'll make the best video to help you. Alright, let's continue. This tip works because simplifying your approach, dressing casually, not being too formal, and communicating simply, reduces the cognitive load associated with social stress. By keeping interactions simple and direct, you reduce the chance of getting tangled up in your words and increase the natural flow of the conversation. Tip number 8. Go at your own pace. Build sexual tension gradually. Learning how to talk to girls is a skill that takes time and practice, and mastering the art of building sexual tension, a key part of flirting, takes even more time. Imagine this: if you rush too much or take an overly aggressive approach when flirting with a girl, you'll likely scare her off. However, by going at your own pace and adding a touch of flirting here and there, you'll be able to build sexual tension gradually and successfully. And the truth is, sometimes you can even exaggerate a bit. Tip number 9, pull, don't push. Keep your interactions light. All the nerves guys experience when approaching a girl sometimes lead them to overcorrect, similar to a car swerving in traffic. They cross all kinds of boundaries, ignore all possible signals, and make people around them want to keep their distance. Free yourself from that pressure and remember that the purpose of talking to girls is to enjoy the conversation. If you manage to keep things light and focus more on having fun, playing a game, or impressing her, the conversation will flow, and you'll feel like you never run out of things to say. Sparks might even start to fly, and if you do it right, she'll be drawn to you because you're enjoying yourselves together, not because you imposed your personality. This tip takes advantage of the psychology of pacing and progression. By going at your own pace, you're showing a relaxed and respectful attitude, allowing the interaction to unfold naturally. The key is to enjoy the moment without the pressure of having to impress or force the conversation. Remember, the best connections are formed when both people feel comfortable and can be themselves. Imagine the difference. Instead of feeling anxious about every word, you relax and let the conversation flow. She will notice your confidence and calm demeanor, and this will make her feel at ease with you. So take a deep breath, smile, and let the magic happen. Tip number 10, the power of eye contact and a smile while talking. I know the title of the video is How to Talk to a Woman, but there's something very important you need to do before speaking. Look. Consider this: your chances of achieving a particular outcome, making a girl like you, increase significantly when you reduce the possible options and focus on clear signals. Here's the breakdown of this tip when talking to a woman. Prolonged eye contact. Eye contact plays a crucial role in nonverbal communication. When you maintain prolonged eye contact with a woman, you're conveying confidence, interest, and openness. This gesture creates a deeper connection and sets a solid foundation for the interaction. Psychologically, prolonged eye contact suggests sincerity and establishes an emotional connection. A smile is a universal language that indicates positivity and kindness. By smiling while you speak, you're sending signals that you're comfortable, relaxed, and enjoying the moment. Psychologically, a genuine smile can improve the other person's mood and generate a positive response. It also creates a pleasant and welcoming atmosphere, making communication easier. Reducing the risk of rejection. By paying attention to these two key signals, you're reducing the risk of rejection. Eye contact and a smile indicate receptiveness and a willingness to interact. Psychologically, when a woman responds with eye contact and a smile, it's likely she's open to your presence and there's initial interest. Confidence to approach. The combination of prolonged eye contact and a smile creates a safe environment to approach. Psychologically, these signals indicate that there's a positive foundation for the interaction and that the woman is receptive. By approaching in this context, you're demonstrating confidence and an understanding of nonverbal cues, which can be attractive from a psychological standpoint. In summary, this tip leverages the psychology of nonverbal behavior to establish a positive connection from the start, reducing the risk of misunderstandings and fostering a smoother and more pleasant interaction. Now, did you already know about these psychological tricks to win over women? Will you apply them? Let me know in the comments. And before you go, I want to invite you to watch the next video, where you'll learn 9 foolproof messages to get inside a woman's mind. Thank you for being part of this community, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe. See you, Supreme.